Mic check, mic check. Can you guys hear me? Let me know. You know what it is. Show me some bells. Let's go. I see my warrior sisters in the building. Yes. Diva the Divine Light, Priscilla Williams, and yada yada. All my sisters in love and in this fight for the truth and for peace and love. Aliye. I hope I'm saying that right. Hey to you too. Welcome. I'm just giving it a couple minutes, you guys. I appreciate you being here. Oh, let me get you hooked up, Priscilla. Hold up. Hold up. Diva, where did you get 9 p.m. from, girl? All right, I'm in the chat. And we're just giving it like a minute or two. If there's anybody in the bushes who I'm cool with, I want to know that you're here. So hop in the chat real quick and give me a little bell or something. Say a hello. Don't be shy. I want to welcome everyone. And we're going to get there. Hello, Randy Smiley. Welcome. R. Kelly's Infected Toes in the building asking questions. Did you see the motion about the Azriel coercion video? When was that motion filed? And I will tell you. Pretty Ricky is what they call me. Hey to you. Welcome, fam. My official head chopper offer. Chiquita Johnson, hey. Welcome. Welcome back. All right, just another minute or so. I'm just gathering a couple of things over here, and I want to let people come on in. Come on in. You ain't got to hit the Cash App to come up in here. You ain't got to even hit the Super Chat to come up in here or be heard. But I'm going to say that anyone who donates, I'm going to use that as a part of the Warrior Fund, which I do use to help people in need. So just an FYI, if you ever donate to me, just know it's always going to go to a good cause, person, situation. And I thank you in advance. I'm going to get this thing going. Hey, Idelia 100, welcome back. It's been a minute. Brooklyn Chanel, hey to you. Welcome back. I'm so happy to see you guys. My heart is warm. My heart is really warm. I'm going to take a deep breath or two. I'm going to spread some love and light out into the world. Feel free to join me. Deep breaths. When you're taking your deep breaths, you always want to remain in a state of gratitude. And that's where I am right now. In a very serious state of gratitude. My sister, Miss Kim, is in the building. Thank you for being here. I want to thank my moderators. These women are true warriors, true truth warriors, survivors or not. We're here for everybody, victims, survivors, empaths, people who are also on the just front lines helping fight this fight. It's a real fight. Spiritual. It always starts there. Good versus evil. And I talk about this often. If you're new to this channel, I want to welcome you and I want to warn you that I do talk about God. I do talk about, the spiritual realm, if you will. I might even sound a little preachy at times, which I definitely don't mean to be, but just know that it's all love over here. I see that there's a dedication to, I believe, Aaliyah going on in the chat, courtesy of Randy Smiley, and we love it. All right. Hello, world. Welcome, 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 or welcome back. I'm Goddess Dawn. It's Thursday, February 13th, 2020. And I'm live. And I'm with my people. I'm feeling real good right now. I do want to give a grand hello and welcome to everyone tuning in, whether you're here in the chat live, which, you guys are really my VIPs, honestly. I appreciate and love you guys so much. But, if you're not in the chat, if you're in the bushes, I appreciate you too. Taking the time to actually, tune in. That's a big deal. Time is everything. It's probably the most precious thing we have aside from life itself. And God, of course. Or if you're on the replay, I really do appreciate you for coming back by. Or if you just found me, welcome again. I can't say that enough. Darlene Porter, hello, first timer. Oh, first time. Oh, a live reading. I did mention I would pull cards, didn't I? I did bring them. I have them here, so I usually like to have that on camera, but you got to trust me. I'm never going to steer you wrong. I promise you that. And if I end up doing that, it's never intentional and I'm always going to be accountable for that. Let's just put that out there. So from Miss Kim, I'm going to read a little from the chat. Hope everyone had a wonderful day. I love y'all and appreciate y'all. Love you, Goddess Dawn, and all my truth warriors. Thank you, Miss Kim. You are, again, my true sister. I appreciate and love you. Yes, everyone, welcome, Darlene. Thank you for coming out and speaking in the chat. Everyone doesn't give us that courtesy, but it's all good again. All right, so there's a lot going on. I was talking about how everyone, you're good with me, whether you're in the chat and you're in the bushes, in the replay. It's all love over here. Even when it comes to Rico, Sylvester Kelly, that's what we're calling him, Rico. Because that Rico act got him pinned down to the mat, if nothing else. But, we pray for everyone over here, right? Shout out to the old man, by the way. If you didn't catch that video with the old man, go back into the archives and check it out. He let us know, confirmed, that we got to pray for everyone out here, even the ones that disgust us, if you know what I mean. We not only pray for them, we especially pray for all the victims, those involved in these indictments or not. There's a victim going through it right now, more than one. And they're afraid and they're feeling alone. Children also. And we, want to hold them. We want to hold them in prayer. We want to hold a space for them. While God also holds them, we need to hold them too. Teamwork make the dream work. We got to do this together. I'm here to tell people, though, you know, going through anything right now, you're never alone. You'll never be alone. Let me get an amen. I'm ringing the bell on that. Bye, Rico Kelly. That's right, Brooklyn. Let them know. I'm hearing that people are out here still saying that he's getting out on bond. That he, actually, there was a report that he had gotten out on bond. This is how far the lies are going. Mimi again, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm so glad you caught the live. But yeah, we definitely are debunking those lies because he's definitely not out. Hi, Karen Johnson. Welcome back. He's not out. And in my opinion, he's not getting out. He was due in court on February 13th for a hearing, part of which was going to hold discussion for possible bail reconsideration. However, that hearing was pushed out to March 5th. So he's still in jail. And the discussion is just that. This was put on the docket by the defense. It's not like the judge is sitting around like, you know what? I'm thinking we should probably bring that bail hearing back to discussion. I'm thinking he might need to be considered again. That would be a no. Okay, this is his defense team doing what they've been doing. You know, I think they are very much aware that this is a circus, and they're very much aware that they are in the middle of it, spotlight on them and all, and they're using that to their advantage. They're getting every opportunity they can to get their faces out there, get their name and information out there. Brand out there, you know how it is in the world today. It's all about branding, right? But yeah, so I'm going to go over, what's going on as far as his cases, but specifically the Illinois federal and New York federal. Let's see. Let me get in the chat real quick here. Yeah, no bond for Rico, Priscilla. That's right. Hi, Sunshine E. Welcome back, my dear. One of my early day ones. Yes, Yada Dada, thank you for that reminder. Can you guys please hit the like button? I always forget to ask you. And I end the live and I have like 5 likes. And you know the haters are coming with the dislikes. So we got to make sure we keep it balanced. Let's see. So yeah, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so. If you're new here, again, welcome. And, give me a shot. You know what I'm saying? I think I deserve it. Let me go in the chat. So I'm going to start from the bottom and go up. Karen Johnson, they're dreaming. Rico Kelly will be staying in lockup so our streets can be safer. Amen to that. Priscilla saying grasping at anything or grasp at anything. Sad. And I agree. Divine. Diva the Divine. Diva, I'm going to start calling you Divine, actually. I like that. She says he's using the 2002 trial as a reason he should get bail. Oh, he's still saying that. This just says to me that, again, his defense team is lacking in a lot of areas. It's obvious he doesn't have the best of the best. But do we want him to have that? I would say no. Let's see. Randy Smiley, talking about her spirit either way still, and I'm not a psychic, nothing wrong with psychics or what have you. Okay, must be talking about Aaliyah. I have done a reading with her myself, actually, if you go back to my archives. I think that was in about April. R.I.P. Aaliyah. I'm in the chat, sorry guys. Diva said God needs to hold Rico forever. Squeeze them tight, Lord. All right. Randy Smiley heard, according to other videos, that Aaliyah getting her justice in the spirit world against R. Kelly. I don't have an argument against that, honestly. I don't think that her spirit is out there avenging or doing anything like that. However, I feel like he already planted the seeds for this karma, you know. So she's maybe just ushering it along in the realm she's in, or the realm that spirit is in. But, you know, it is what it is. What's in the dark is going to come to light, and it's come to light with regard to Aaliyah, and probably more will be coming out. Mind you, when trial does happen, trials, you know, the first trial is in April, is set for April. I'm not totally convinced it'll be on time, but I don't want to, you know, be a jinx, if you want to say. So we'll say in April, I think the 17th. I'm not positive. If anybody knows that date, let me know in the chat, please. But starting with that trial, we're going to probably find out so much more. I mean, I know it's not being covered by cameras. It's the federal. I think only trial being approved for being on camera is the state trial. And that is taking place in September. I think you guys have probably also heard that the trial for New York that was set for May, I believe 18th, has been pushed to July. I'm not positive that date either. I don't have it in front of me. Sorry. You know, I have so much paperwork because I like to print everything. I think I just overwhelm myself. So excuse me for not being as organized as I should be. But, you know, we're going to cover as much as we can with what I got. Let's see. You guys are in here talking. Let's see. I think Aaliyah is at peace and let her past with him go, but I feel this was already designed to be R. Kelly's fate. I'm just glad justice will finally be served for Miss Aaliyah, and that's from Aaliyah, right? Oh, July 18th, Diva. Okay, cool. Thank you. So Diva's saying July 18th is the date set for that New York trial. They're going to do, you know, they got to do jury selection. There's a lot of things that have to happen pre-trial. So, and the Chicago court date is March 5th. Okay, Priscilla. Thank you for that. So that's when they're going to have the Bell reconsideration discussion. In my opinion, I believe it's going to be a short discussion. And I believe that that short discussion will end in a no. Okay. Unbothered Powell, welcome back, sis. Thank you for being here. You know I love you. Okay, so let me look at the notes for the hearing that took place. Well, the hearing that was to take place. So this minute entry was, it says, before the Honorable Judge Harry D. Leinenweber, the status hearing ruling date set for 2/13 is reset to March 5th, 2020 at 10 a.m. Defendant Kelly's motion for reconsideration of pretrial detention is continued for argument on March 5th, 2020. It says defendant Kelly's, and it states motions 83, 85, and 87. These are the numbers set for presentment on 2/11/20. And it will be heard on March 5th, 20 at 10 a.m. also. Says no appearance is needed on 2/11 because obviously they pushed the date out. But it does say that defendant Kelly is ordered to appear and be transported by the U.S. Marshals Service. Status hearing set for March 5th, 2020 at 10 a.m. So he is being ordered to, he's being ordered to appear in the March 5th hearing. Okay. So if you hear that he's out, that's a lie. If you hear he's getting out like it's a for sure thing, that is also a lie. So don't believe the hype. I don't know what satisfaction anyone gets out of saying things that are easily disproven. I'm going to read 87, 83, and 85, and that's Diva. Okay. Good to know. Diva the Divine Light, you guys, if you're not following her YouTube channel, go ahead and do that. You can, after my live, click on her picture. It'll get you there. Let's see. Any new people? Okay, we're good. All right, y'all. So let's see. What else is going on with this case? So they're saying that the defense is, they're wanting some things, okay? They want some information. And it's interesting because they've been provided a lot of things. A lot of things that I'm pretty sure they haven't even combed through fully yet. Yet they are saying they're requesting things that I feel is like they're asking the prosecution to do the work for them. And this is why a lot of their motions were denied. And that's what I was going to go through also. So give me 1 second and let's talk about what happened. I think my picture on the screen says it all. Hashtag no bond. Hashtag no witness info. Hashtag no count dismissals. And hashtag by Sylvester. So no bond, and I just addressed that. The bond reconsideration discussion is coming up March 5th. And I don't believe he's going to get bond. So there it is. And there's a lot to support that opinion. The fact that he's still there after being arrested, what was it, July 11th, says a lot. So the man they're crying doesn't have a criminal past. He has no record of a criminal history. However, he has a record of being indicted. How many times was the 2002? How many times was he indicted back then? Also 11 to 14 times. He was facing 15 years. And his acquittal was due to the fact that the victim in the case wasn't present, refused to testify. The same witness that is now cooperating, that is on record as being a current witness, a star witness, a protected witness. All right. So let's talk about the fact that they wanted to access witness information. There's two Jane Does that are still anonymous. And I don't know I think it's been figured out actually, but they are requesting to formally be given information on who these people are. Not only that, they were asking for information on backgrounds for the witnesses listed in the indictments. They want things like criminal records or any alcohol or abuse issues or things of that nature. They're asking for a lot of things that, in my opinion, they're supposed to work and get themselves. They are given the information about the witnesses and the discovery in time enough to do their research and due diligence and get what they need to get. So the fact that they're requesting this stuff formally in the court says to me, honestly, they just seem like they're coming across as amateurs. It's very clear that they're out there trying to be celebrities. I don't know how big of a celebrity you're going to be by being on people's YouTube channels who I'm not going to get into, but I'm just going to say that I see a lot of unprofessionalism with regard to this defense team. I see a lot of clout chasing. I see a lot of BS. I think it's been made clear and public that a lot of these people are being paid to spew the rhetoric that they do, to try to twist and turn the narrative to the fact that he is an innocent victim in all of this. And we all know better than that. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm looking in the chat. Aaliyah says they've turned down every bond and this won't be any different. I agree. Karen Johnson, hashtag take several seats. R. Kelly, Rico Kelly, that's right. Chantrell says welcome. And she's ringing bells, so let's ring it also for the fact that Rico Kelly is where he's at for now, and he's going on to prison, just like your boy Bill. And that's the other thing I was going to touch on before even getting into Sylvester, actually. So let me back up. We had a lot of things happen in the course of these couple weeks since my last live. Diva said, I read an article that Greenberger is lazy, and she's speaking of Steve Greenberg, the lead defense attorney in the Illinois, I believe. I've seen his name all over New York stuff too, so I'm assuming, I assume, being that that's the case, he's also licensed, or given license to practice in New York. Yeah, it's a horrible team, and we're glad that they're together with him. They all deserve each other. Priscilla's saying, we're asking what professional attorney even has time to jump on a YouTube blogger's page. Exactly. Mike Nice 100, what's happening? Welcome back. It's good to see you. I'm glad you were able to catch this live. I know you are usually one who was in the comments of the replay, and I do appreciate that too. All right, let's keep this going though. I'm watching my time, you guys, because I'm not going to be on here for hours and hours and hours and hours. I don't know how people do that. I really don't. This thing, if this is anybody's paying gig, honestly, I'm sorry, not to say YouTube in general, but just saying YouTube, the R. Kelly sector, I mean, that's not really a good place to be. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. The R. Kelly sector of YouTube is not where you want to be scraping and you'll change. Mike Nice, finally caught your live. Yes, I'm glad you're here. Let me ring the bell for you. Yes. All right, so you're here at a good time, Mike. We're just I was talking about, Rico Kelly, but, the fact that people are saying he's out on bond or he's definitely getting bond. I've heard things, predictions, he'll be out by the time that New York case trial gets going in July. He's going to be released. I'm hearing all kinds of crazy things, and I'm here to tell you that stuff is not true. So don't let it get you nervous if you're somebody who doesn't support him and who is worried that the same thing in 2008 from the first trial will happen again. This is a whole different era, baby. Okay? And I'm sure he's seeing that himself and feeling it also. What he really needs to do is just come forth and let the world know that, he did that stuff. Just let us know that you did that. You prayed on it, you're sorry, and you want to go ahead and just put it out there. Apologize and do whatever you can do to make it, do what you can do on your end. I don't know what, but serve your time. What else you can do, but I'm just saying, just put it on the table. Come forth, come clean. For once, please. Mike saying the Beehive really thinks he's getting out. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't understand where and why anybody who lives in the world that we live in. I mean, maybe they're in a different, this is a Twilight Zone, we're on different levels in this situation, this realm, the third realm. Maybe they haven't walked through this door yet, which is reality. So once they get here, I guess is when they'll realize that he is, where he gonna be, where he gonna stay until he goes to actual prison. Because from where MCC, I believe, is not prison, it's jail, right? Like holding. Okay, so let's see. Miss Kim, closer we get to the trial, the more wacky stuff will arrive. It's been a circus from day one, to be very honest. Well, I would say, when I say from day one, I mean from my channel. So my channel, I started on January 9th of 2019, and this was following the first Surviving R. Kelly docuseries and my reading about Azriel Clary, and then so on with Joycelyn and Rico. And here we are a year plus later, and so much has transpired from then to now with regard to Rico Sylvester Kelly. So much. My channel kind of covers all the basic news stuff, but there's a lot also in these YouTube streets, in the streets, things that we don't even know about that's going on, conversations that are taking place right now at this minute. Somebody's recording somebody else, and then there's going to be a big blowout about it at some point. And even with people who aren't on YouTube, I'm sure there's other things going on that we don't know about that are still yet pertinent to these cases, these indictments that have gone down. Yeah, exactly, Diva. He needs to repent his sins. You said that perfectly. Priscilla says, okay, I'm at Miss Kim. Okay, which I guess I missed. Oh, yeah, about everything being wacky. She said, I think so. Unfortunately, attacks are getting more ugly and malicious. So this is what I mean about this being a fight, good against evil. Because, or, you know, God against Satan. However you want to term it. Because it spilled over into every area when it comes to this guy. Okay, his life itself, look at it. Everybody look at him. Let's look at him. Imagine him right now. He got that orange jumpsuit on. He's in that jail. Probably a little cell. How big are the cells? 6x9. He's in his cell, picking at his toenail. What is he doing right now? Trying to coerce somebody, using somebody's cell phone. Trying to read a book, maybe it's turned upside down. What is he doing? Is he he's reading letters that have been snuck into him, to his cell. And he's, you know, there's so many things he could probably be doing. I don't want to even speak on the things that he's probably really doing. Because, you know, as nasty as he ain't back there in jail all of a sudden being an angel. Because the energy that's swirling around in that jail, everything dirty and nasty is going on. I'm going to tell you this. Exactly, Diva. He's dirty. I know. They probably telling his butt to get in that shower. Randy Smiley, of course, people are attacking her family too. Are we talking about Aaliyah still? I'm not sure. Okay, yeah. You know, it sickens me that Aaliyah gets blamed for his crimes. I don't know that Aaliyah gets blamed for his crimes. I mean, to be honest with you, I know people don't like to speak negatively, or not even negatively, to criticize, I would say, Aaliyah after her passing. But personally, I will say I wish she would have spoken up for the others that followed her. The others, like, was it Lanita? Who was the accuser, the victim, who was there when he met Aaliyah? I'm not sure if it was Lanita, but Diva says shower twice a week. Okay, yeah, I figured that out, Randy. Thank you. So yeah, I just feel like she should have, personally, I feel that she should have done something to prevent. She knew what was going on, you know. But at the same time, was it her responsibility to do that? Was it the burden on her to do that? At that time, she was still a child, still young and growing. And in that business, you know, you got to play by certain rules if you want to get to a certain level, at least at that time. And that's apparently what she did. And Uncle Barry, he needs to be right there next to Sylvester or Rico, in my opinion. Let's see. Diva, Divine Light, Javante Cunningham. Oh, Javante, the boxer, or is that who we're talking about? I saw someone who arrived, who I didn't speak to. Mertrice Balam. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Hi to you. It's good to see you back. It's been a minute. Let's see. So, yeah. So basically, I'm just saying, you know, it would have been nice if anybody would have spoken up, whether it be Demetrius, anybody who was at that ceremony, anybody who was with him during those times, anybody who was with him during the recent times. Yeah, her uncle's a mess, and living the life off of the money earned from her sacrifice. And when I say sacrifice, I'm not speaking specifically of her death, although, you know, it is what it is. I'm speaking of what she had to go through for that money to be made, for that music to be made, for her name to be out there, And for her to be now the legend, the icon that she still is today. Yeah, Dame Dash has spoken out, but was it too little too late though? Was it? I mean, I'm glad he has. It's a good example, good footprints for people to follow, a good blueprint. But at the same time, like, I'm really speaking in that moment, in the time of abuse. The people, listen, see something, you say something. And that speaks to you listening right now. Anybody listening right now, whether in my chat, in the bushes, on the replay, please, if you know, if you see, if you hear, do something, say something, speak up. Especially for the children. Not to say only for the children, or that, but the children, truly don't deserve. Tiffany Hawkins, that's right. It was Tiffany Hawkins who was the first to take action against R. Kelly. Aaliyah was going to testify for Tiffany. Yes, it was Tiffany who I was thinking of, who was there. And she was like, I'm just glad it wasn't, she was there so I wouldn't have to do it, right? Miss Kim, he needs to be trying to figure out what McDavid had in the sky blue briefcase. When he was in the courthouse back in July, he looked like, now I have to go in here and turn on this evidence. Oh, okay, I missed all that. I am so out of the loop on a lot of things, especially in the media, because I just don't have the time, you guys. I really don't. So there was apparently a sky blue briefcase. Speaking of McDavid, so you guys know he has 2 co-defendants, and that's one of the other things that has gone down now. These motions that were being denied, up from, I would say, December, they were filed, I think, and then up to even just this past week, the judges have been denying motions. They're asking for certain charges to be dropped and certain information to be disclosed by the prosecution, as well as asking for additional information that from what has already been provided. And these motions asking for the counts to be dropped and asking for additional information, those were denied. The prosecution was asking the judge to protect the witnesses that were anonymous and ask that they respect the process, and they do disclose the witnesses, but not until, I understand, maybe 45 days before, or 2 weeks. I'm not sure, honestly. I think it's a short time before the actual trial. Okay. But the judge agreed with the prosecution on that and decided to not require them to disclose these 2 Jane Does before it's time. So these are 3 wins for the prosecution within a short period of time, in addition to the other wins that have happened from the time he's been getting arrested. I believe his first arrest last year was in February with 11 indictments to the state of Chicago, right? And then following that, he was arrested for the child support. I believe he went to jail twice on the child support, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm doing this by memory. 2 weeks. Okay, Priscilla, thank you. 2 weeks before trial, they are going to get a witness list. The defense will have that list. But that won't give them probably the time they want to be able to manipulate, coerce, harass these witnesses. And that's the grounds on which the judge denied those requests. The prosecution laid a brilliant argument, and the brilliance was just that it was the truth, showing his patterns, talking about all the things he's done in the past. We talked about these things over and over again on this channel. Marcus X. Sarah. I hope I got that right. Shout out to you, heart up to you, and thank you for being here and being back. I'm looking at the chat. Sorry for the silence. I'm one who, I come on this live, I don't want to waste anybody's time. I'm not going to sit up here and eat my dinner, go use, I won't say use the bathroom, but just go and do things while you guys sit there and stare at your screen. I think that's disrespectful. I appreciate you guys' time. Whether, again, I'm going to say you're in the chat, in the bushes, or on the replay. Because time, as we know, is very precious. You can't buy it, right? It's actually not even real. Time is a whole illusion made by man. But, that's a whole other topic. I'm going to ring the bell on that. Thanks for the reminder, Kim. Yeah. Ringing the bell for y'all and giving me your time, which I don't want to waste. Okay, so let's see. I'm just looking at my notes and I realized that, I was talking earlier when I first came on about how, there are victims out there currently, right now in this moment, going through something very horrible. And that could, physical abuse is horrible. There's also emotional abuse. There's different types of hurt that people endure, children also. And I was kind of on my soapbox about them not being alone because, God is omnipresent, however you want to say that, everywhere at all times, with us, in us, part of us, So I feel very strongly that it's just a lack of awareness that keeps people in a state of darkness, a lack of consciousness, and a lack of knowing that they're not alone, that Holy Spirit lives within each of us. And if it's dormant, if it's asleep, it just needs to be awakened, and that light can shine and show us the way if we allow it. So, I just want to reiterate that it's the belief, that God has us. That is the gas that gets the car to its destination. That's how I'm going to put that. Yeah, belief is the gas that gets the car where it needs to go. And never forget that. Keep your tank full, and you're never going to lose. No matter what others might think, what others might perceive is going on with you, the only thing that matters is the connection. Connected. Stay that way as much as you can. Stay aware. All right, so let's move along. Again, I'm not trying to be here for hours and hours. I'm seeing Yada Dada is putting hearts up for Joy. I don't know if that's Joycelyn, but someone asked me to pull some cards or do a reading, about her. And the reading that I did more recently on her was something that I still feel strongly about, is that she is, no matter what you might think you saw on camera with her in that fight with Azriel, she's scared. She's in fear and not in a good place. I did hear some buzz about her possibly being back home now. I don't know. I haven't seen that in the actual media. If anybody knows if that's true or not, please let me know in the chat. As far as I know, that's not the case, but we're praying that she stays safe and finds her way home, whether that's home with her parents or home, wherever that might be. I just say find God, stick with God. Yeah, and Father Powell says standing on faith keeps you strong, and I agree with that. Aaliyah saying, especially with verbal and emotional abuse, because those scars are the ones that you can't physically see, and it's just as damaging as physical and sexual abuse because it hurts the mental health. And I definitely agree with that. I'm gonna ring on that. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Diva, I'm scared for her too, but I'm one who I don't like to live in fear or lead by fear. My philosophy is to lead by love, lead with love, but with love, we cover her in prayer and hold her, definitely hold space for her so she can find healing. But definitely see darkness And I would pull cards, but you guys can't see them. I don't know. For me, I feel like I don't want to just be, because I just know for me, it's better that I get it on camera. So maybe, I'll do one maybe on a few people. I said I may do some on some of the accusers because I know people have questions about a couple of them. Kitty, I think, is one of them. A lot of people don't believe her. I'm not really here to debunk any victims though or accusers. That's not why I feel that my platform is here. So Priscilla's saying, I saw something on Twitter between Joycelyn and Cardi B, but I think it was fake. It probably was fake, I'm thinking, because I think we would have heard about that. I would have heard about it because I would definitely get alerts and stuff, and that's something that would have been big in the media, I think. But thank you for that, though. What did I miss that Diva said? Oh, same thing. Yeah, she has beef with Cardi B. I don't know, you guys. Do you guys believe that? Easy Rider, hey, welcome. Karen Johnson, I don't think so. Her parents were on YouTube 2 days ago saying they still haven't spoken with her. Okay. So that's what I feel here, is that she's still in the same place. Honestly, what I see visually, if I just were to tap in, is her trying to claw her way out secretly. Like how in people in jail, in the movies, they dig a hole in the ground or wherever. Like how El Chapo got out that one time. That's how I see her. She can't, there's no one she can trust around her. So yeah, we just got to keep her in prayer and hope that anybody who's around her, they themselves find it in them to help her and not hurt her. Yeah, everybody hit the like if you're here. I'd appreciate that greatly. So let's see, what else are we talking about? So let me just touch on, I wanted to touch on Kobe Bryant too for a minute because I read something that was pretty disturbing. But before I talk about that, hey Rockin' Robin, welcome back. I want to talk about how, so Kobe, rest his soul, he and his daughter and 7 other passengers on that helicopter that burned up and killed them all. They have transitioned, and there was a big, back and forth with the family between the wife and the sisters about the funeral and how it was going to be, they wanted it to be public. It was my opinion at that time that they should have a private service for the family and the loved ones, of course. And that, yes, I think too, the fans should get a ceremony, not necessarily saying that they should hold the body or anything of that nature, but from what I understand, there was a private ceremony. The wife, they have a family church. I believe it was held there in Newport Beach, and the Staples Center, LA Staples Center ceremony will be on February 24th. As we know, he had the number 24. I believe that was his second number after number 8, right? When he was with the Lakers. So that number, I think his wife was saying, is something that meant something. And there were some other things that held true for her with that date. So, God rest him and them, their souls. May they have peace. And also to the families. So let's see. With that, I want to say that what I read that was disturbing was that apparently a teacher with no melanin, I'm just going to say that, no melanin, she stated on Facebook that Kobe's death was karma. Publicly stated this, where the students were able to see, the parents were able to see. Since that happened, she has resigned. But I was reading some comments of people saying that she shouldn't have resigned and that it was just an opinion and that, she shouldn't lose her job behind it. And I feel differently. I feel that an educator, especially leading children with that type of opinion, should not be in that role. It says a lot about who they are, their character, and even their spirit. And I think those children should not be around that. So, Priscilla saying Kobe, Gigi, and the other 5 souls. Rest in peace. Yes. Yeah, that is sick, Diva. It's really sick. And when you see her, you will, I mean, she looked just like the other ones, the barbecue Becky and the sidewalk Sallies and the, it's just ridiculous. Why do you feel the need to put that on your public Facebook page? And you're a principal of a school, Tiffany Morris, welcome back. Ooh, my voice. Okay, so we've been on 50 minutes according to what I'm showing on my screen. I'm really trying to narrow this down. So there's a couple things I want to cover, though. Let's see. So I had talked about how there's people out here still talking about how this man, Rico Sylvester Kelly, is innocent. He's getting out on bail, and the time that he's serving now is just going to be chalked up as time served. And wouldn't time served be given if you're convicted of something? So are they saying that he's going to be convicted and then he's going to get time served because he's been in jail? I mean, and that could be the case if these trials are extended beyond years, which actually Jim DeRogatis, who I interviewed on my channel in December, by the way, in case any of you guys missed that, please check the archives. He was on with me, for about an hour, talked about a lot of things, and his opinion is that these trials are going to go for years. He doesn't think that it's just going to be like a really quick couple weeks, however long, 6 weeks or whatever. I don't know that that's the case. I hope it's not. And honestly, I feel that if it went beyond maybe a couple months or something, I don't know if Sylvester will survive this ordeal, to be honest with you. And I'm speaking his mortality. Yes, I am. And I'm not wishing anything harmful on him at all. But we do know that his health is, he's in ill health. He was not healthy when he was arrested for this final time. This has been said on many occasions. Thank you, Mimi. That's very sweet. Starbucks. Well, Mimi, listen, I mentioned, and I want to tell you guys if you missed what I said, any donations that come into this channel, I've created what I'm calling a warrior fund, because since I've had this channel, I have had the great opportunity to help some people out of some, with whatever. I'm not going to put any information out there on it, but I'm just saying, I've been called upon, and I'm happy to help. So what I'm saying is, I started this warrior fund, and that's going to be any donations that come in, like a pot. And I'm not putting this out there so people can come begging and asking me for stuff because I'm going to be using discernment when it comes to that. But I'm just saying, I'm using it for others. So don't ever feel if you give me anything that I'm just banking it, which why, I don't know if that's a problem either. I'm not saying I don't deserve it, but I'm just saying it's for others. So thank you, Mimi. It's greatly appreciated. And thank you to all you others who have donated in the past. It's greatly appreciated and will be used with discernment, but yet also with a lot of love. Yep, the Warrior Fund. That's right, Mimi. I'm going to ring the bell on that. Yada Dada saying, I can't wait till trial. I'm tired of RK supporters, but I can't entertain anymore. It's draining. Absolutely, it's draining. And this is why I don't go on those channels. I mean, you know what? Let me back up. I may pop in and out every blue moon because I do talk to people who watch, and I get, messages also. Thank you, Yada Dada. Yada Dada, this Warrior Fund has got your name all over, meaning that you have been donating regularly, and I so appreciate that. Not to put you out there, but I just want to say you have a very kind heart, and I love you for that. So what I was saying is, what was I saying? Well, let me just look at my notes and let's keep this going. Again, he's not getting that bond. I don't know why people want to keep up those narratives. These YouTube streets are so disgusting and dirty and nasty. I'm so glad I'm hovering over and not, in the mud. Definitely not in the fray at all. And, I thank God for that. Honestly, I saw the writing on the wall couple months ago when it, just looking at how all this stuff works. There's not just this this R. Kelly sector on YouTube. There's other sectors, and I'm telling you, all these sectors have this type of stuff going on. There's Kanika Jenkins has her own sector, God rest her soul, and there's been deaths. Okay, so like that's why this stuff is not a joke. These people are out here messing with people's lives. Mike Nice, Goddess, did you hear about someone from the Beehive? TF, what is this? THFF Beehive calling Child Protection Services. Here I go again, reading out loud before I know what I'm going to get into. Yeah, I did hear about that situation. I think I should refrain from speaking on it because I do have an opinion, or I feel like I see what's going on. But anything having to do with children is off limits. It should be off limits. Anybody who is doing anything with anyone's family, children, even with the person themselves, what they call it is doxing, and that's putting people's private information out there, and that is very illegal, by the way, and very traceable. So I figured it was a typo, Mike. I caught that after I stumbled over it. But yeah, it's disgusting behavior. It's devil driven behavior, very demonic, and that's why you gotta that anything happening to people like that, they're under attack. And I would say that sometimes it's just best to, how do I say this? I don't know if I want to speak on this actually, because I can't say anything without, getting involved. I'm not trying to get involved, honestly. It's too much. And, I find myself feeling a lot freer since I haven't been as tied up with any of that stuff. You know what I mean? So, leave the kids out of it for sure. Aaliyah is saying, I'm not worried of his supporters because they can't change R. Kelly's fate no matter what they do. So I pay them no attention because mentally it's too draining. Yeah, you're right. The funny thing is that they feel like, I guess, that they can change what's happening because they're on YouTube rah-rahing for Rico Kelly. But I personally believe these people are on a payroll of some sort. There's no way that these people are mentally sane and stating at the same time that this man is innocent and he's getting out on bail, and that they believe that he's being framed and kidnapped with all of the not even the accusations and the allegations, but the actual evidence that we, the public, have been privy to. And even with Landfair alone, and that's Roshana, the witness that I spoke about previously, even with her alone, you hear me, he's done. And let's not forget that Azriel Clary is out here. She's ringing her truth bells. She's out here ringing her truth bells. And I don't know how effective or ineffective that might be. I personally feel that a lot of the things that are being put out there maybe shouldn't be put out there publicly at this time. I don't know if it can affect the case negatively or not. But, if you watch enough TV, you see that when it comes to cases, they tell you to zip your lip. Don't speak on it. JW, welcome back. I know, huh? It's been a minute for you. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I've been on. It's been almost 2 weeks, I think, since my last live. But I put out a couple videos. You guys watch my videos. If you don't get notifications, it's probably best that you check the bell on the subscribed and make sure that, because there's options. You can choose not to get notifications or to get some notifications, but you can also choose to always be notified. And speaking of that, please hit the like button if you haven't done so, and also subscribe. Look, give me a shot, people. So let's see, what else are we talking about? I want to kind of wind this down. I think I might have to do a second part to this because I have all these motions and judge's orders here that I was going to read because I think it's important to know why the judge makes the decisions that they do when it comes to not giving him bail, etc. And the judge, it's stated in the orders, which I have right here. Shout out to his wifey forever. Wait a minute. Who changed their name? Because you have a mod. Wait a minute. I'm confused. Who am I missing? Is that you, Miss Kim? I got nervous when I saw that name with a wrench. So, Karen saying his video collection and numerous witnesses, he did it to himself. Exactly. Yeah, he is doing too much, Diva. We know that. That's why we on YouTube, right? Because we got to sort all this stuff. L Good Enough, welcome back. And we're an hour in, and I was debating on ending this thing. Easy Rider, when that sentencing comes down, his supporters are going to make all the excuses in the world that he was set up. I agree. And all that, etc., they need to fall back and face reality. Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I think they haven't come into the door of reality on this realm. I think, I don't know, there's something, maybe it's just the simple fact that as long as there's someone out there saying the things they want to hear, they're going to stick with that. That's what I believe. I noticed that with all the drama that's been going on in these YouTube streets, which honestly looks to me that they've created their own reality show. And for those of you who support that, even if you're in the bushes and giving them numbers, you're basically adding fuel to the fire. So, just know that there is some culpability, some responsibility when it comes to supporting people when they're doing these dangerous things, saying these things. You know what I mean? I missed you too, El Good Enough. Thank you for being here. Yeah, he's not getting out, Robin. I agree. So, his wifey forever. Is that you? I need to know who you is because you done changed your name and you got a wrench. But I think I know now that I'm looking at everybody. Sorry for saying that out loud, but I got nervous. All right, so. Okay, I'm just looking in the chat, making sure I'm not missing anything. All right, so let's see. I'm looking at the defendant's motion. So, I was talking about the motions that were denied. It's like they're just throwing anything, including the kitchen sink, to the wall, see if it sticks. And it seems like amateur play to me. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just reading. I want to make sure I'm reading the right document. This is the New York. Okay, that's not the one I was looking for. Okay, so nevertheless, both New York and Illinois federal cases have had orders come down from the judges in favor of the prosecution. And all that goes to say is that it seems ever since in jail, this term, which has been since July, he's been losing continuously. And we need to make sure that, people who maybe don't know any better have an opportunity to hear the truth. There's, other channels out there also with, the facts, but not a lot. I think that the defense or whoever it is on his side is definitely paying people to say the things they're saying. And it's really sad that there's people out there who are supporting these people and they believe these people. But like I said, I think it's only because they're super fans, or we call them the P-Hive, right? Sometimes. But it's ridiculous. And let me see what else I have here that I can share before I end this live. I know I said I have all these facts and all this stuff, which I do, but to be honest, here's the deal. I'm going to just be straight up. I should have probably waited to the weekend to come live, but I know I had put it out there and I wanted to, come correct. But I have a full-time career, and sometimes it's lax enough where I could actually, take some time and put together a dialogue or some notes, or, get some pictures uploaded onto the software. But this whole week, I have been stretched to the max when it comes to my responsibilities and all the other things I have going on. Meetings. I've had a really big meeting the other day, yesterday, I think, actually. Pray for me, y'all. Opportunities on the table. I'm not going to get specific, but I just want to say this too. Anybody out there who is in the bushes, maybe, even if you're in the chat and I really don't know who you are, but anybody out there who's looking at me and debating on offering me up some type of opportunity, I'm all for it. Do not be shy. My email, my Twitter, and my Instagram information is in every description. Feel free to hit me up because I'm open. I'm open. I will travel. You know what I mean? Me have passport. Let's go. I'm just saying, because I've learned just by some things that have been transpiring that people have been in the bushes and people have been checking me out and checking out, maybe the fact that I might be able to be an asset in a certain situation. So with that being said, I'm just putting it out there because God told me to. He said, girl, don't be shy. Let them know. So I'm letting you know. Holler at your girl. And make sure, though, that them zeros on the check are plentiful. Yeah. Yes. JW. Oh, that's sweet. You can do hearts or likes in the comment section. But I do appreciate that sentiment. And let's see. Anything else you want to address before I end this? I've been on just over an hour, and I, kind of told myself that I'm not going to stay on that long. What I'm going to do, though, is come back this weekend, probably Saturday, and I'll be more organized, and I'll be able to read, because I want to read the judge's orders again. I'm going to go back to the indictments and why he didn't get bail in the first place, and also summarize why he didn't get bail the next time, and the next time it did, and then probably this time too, or no, not probably. Also, this time too, on March 5th, when that hearing is, that discussion is going to come back up in the next hearing. Easy Rita, thank you. I appreciate that. I said this, I think, last night. I went live last night for a few minutes just to test out my equipment and stuff. And I said, anybody who resonates with me, the goddess, is good people. So you telling me that just says to me that you are also a good spirit, and I appreciate you putting that out there. Karen, we appreciate all you do. Keep the truth out these streets, these YouTube streets, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you, guys. You're welcome, Karen. Thank you for your support. Thank you, everybody, for your support of this channel and me. Cash App is Goddess Dawn 23. Okay, let me put that. If you want to donate to the Warrior Fund, let me give you the info. Oh, wait a minute. It's telling me sign into chat. Hold on. Let me go to my other thing. Let's see. Cash App. That goes for Cash App is better than Super Chat because Super Chat, YouTube takes a piece of that. I don't know what the percentage is, but Cash App, that goes straight to the bank. So let's see. There it is. Oh, okay, sorry. Hold on, y'all. Tripping. Okay. Thank you, Yada. Yes, so I'm going to ring bells on that. Any donations go to the Warrior Fund, and we will be using that fund for those in need. And children come first, FYI. So yeah, he's been, denied bail like 2, 3 times. About to be a third time if it hasn't already been 3 on March 5th. And he has 3 court dates scheduled for this year. We have one in April, we have one in July, and one in September. 2 federals and a state. The state case has approved cameras, and I'm hoping that all 3 of these trials go all the way through. I want to hear all the testimony. I want to see all the court drawings, the cartoon drawings from the court artists for the federal cases. I want to see and hear everything. I feel like I want to be in the courtroom itself, but I don't think it's that serious. PayPal is fine, Karen. PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat, whatever you want to do. All the information is in my About section, and also I don't think in the description. So my About on my YouTube channel has all that stuff there. Or you can hit me up on Twitter or Instagram. You can DM me. I'm happy to have a convo, give you any information, that will help. Yeah, trial is going to be, you guys. Can you even imagine what it's going to be like when the trial is going down? I don't know if you guys, there was a caller that called into one of the other YouTuber channels, and she stated that she belonged to a YouTube R. Kelly supporter group, and that they are coming 600 strong on buses for that trial. I don't know which trial. I think she meant the first trial. The federal will not be televised. Will not. Let me make that clear. The state trial the judge has already approved cameras for that. As far as I know, though, the federal will not. They probably won't. Denied, yada. So 3 trials. I want to see them all through. I want to hear everything. This man needs to stay alive. Even if he's in a wheelchair or whatever, because of his toes or whatever's wrong with him. Whatever it is. It's all good. He just needs to be there, to be able to sit there. And hopefully maybe he will, we don't know. Maybe he will come forth and repent, as Diva put it. That would be in his best interest. So anybody has a line to him, advise him to repent. I want to see the shame on his face too, Yada. I mean, it sounds horrible, I know, but like we need something out of this guy. Like he's such a stone cold abuser, perpetrator. He acts like he's still the king of the world. Priscilla, I think Court TV must be the state trial because, like I said, the judge has approved cameras for that trial. The 2 federal trials, though, no cameras have been approved as far as I know. So I want to also say this. I got a message from somebody she's usually, she used to be in every live, and then she left me a comment about not getting notification. I'm going to say this. I appreciate you guys being here and the people who, especially you guys who are recurring for me, but this is not a competition for me. I'm not mad at nobody for not coming over here because they over there or whatever the case is. As far as I'm concerned, if there's only a handful of y'all, which, I'm seeing right now, that's all I need. Because I know you guys are true and that you're not here for no games and your heart is in the right place. You know what I mean? And that just helps me keep going. So I just, I don't care about none of that other stuff. And if you can't come through or don't want to, then that's your business. And it's not for me to, say anything one way or another. And I'm not going to. So I just wanted to put that out there too. Because don't feel obligated to come with excuses of why you weren't in my live. It doesn't matter to me at all. If you're not here, you're not here. If you hit the replay, then it's there for you. Okay? So let me see what else I have. I have things that I want to talk about that says don't leave without talking about. And I think Azriel was one of them. And that's a whole other live too. I don't know. Is there anything new with Azriel that I need to know about? All I know is that she has, been active on social media. There's a lot of people who are gunning for her publicly, dragging her, which is horrible. Thank you, JW. Okay, we got donation to the Warrior Fund, and I'm going to, if you guys donate, I'll definitely be very transparent about what's in it. I'll screenshot or whatever and post it maybe on my community page or something like that once a month or something. But I'm just collecting my thoughts. That was really generous. I appreciate you, doing that. Wow, I'm just taken aback. I only want to say before I go that this whole situation with Rico Kelly, this thing is gonna, every day it's been something new and different, honestly, and it's gonna continue to go this way. I encourage you guys to make sure you have a balance when it comes to, because it's very easy to get sucked in when it comes to drama. The reality show that is now these YouTubers and they're back and forth and all the drama and all the stuff that's going on. And I want to just please ask you to be careful and protect yourselves. Make sure you're cleansing, and that's come by way of prayer, by way of even baths and showers, just being conscious when you do your salt baths or Epsom salt and sea salt. And, there's concoctions you can do. Burn your candles. Pray for everyone. Again, shout out to the old man for that, because that has really stuck with me. Yolanda Hall, hello, welcome. As I'm signing off, please hit the replay if you are just getting here or if you missed part of this, because I think the whole things have been touched on. Joycelyn, okay. So I did promise, I think it was Della, and who I haven't seen here actually. She had asked me to do a reading on Joy, but I do have my cards. I'm going to pull one card, or maybe two, and I'm going to see what comes up, because Joycelyn has been on everyone's heart. So let me do a quick shuffle. Bear with me. Diva said, bathe in hot water, burn candles, and breathe and relax. That's right. Oh, speaking of breathing, I'm going to again push the meditation videos that are on my channel. I am a practitioner of what's called mindful breathing meditation. Deep breaths. Connects you to spirit, activates you. It gets those cells and touches on everything, honestly. So... okay, I'm just shuffling up the cards. We're talking at Joycelyn. Oh, I already had something. Let's see. I already have cards falling out. They want to talk. Okay, let's see. So what is it? What do we need to know about Joycelyn? Let me just relax and get this shuffle right here. What do we need to know about Joycelyn? Savage. I don't have a picture of her handy to put up real quick either, but let me see. Everything's upside down. Okay, never a good sign. All right, I have 4 cards. And typically, when it's like 4 cards, it's past, present, future, and the outcome, the whole general outcome. Let's see what we've got. So the first card is the World card. And typically, the World card is, it's a good card. It's experiencing a connection with the universe, hope, awareness, travel, and communication. So, like I said, past, present, future. So we're going to look at that as she at once at one time. Was a very hopeful person. She had a connection to God. She had a lot on the ball. And then so the next card is the King of Swords, and it's reversed. And a reversal of a card is has a whole different meaning. This card is representing, it says, wanting authority to take over to avoid responsibility, placing too much trust in the intellect as opposed to spirit. Okay, so this card says to me, well, it doesn't say bring ability. So I'm reading from the book because the reverse meaning I didn't know. So it says the ability to bring calm authority, not authority. Because when it said authority, I'm thinking, oh, she wants the police. No, the ability to bring calm authority to a situation. But the reverse meaning is, wow, it is wanting authority to take over and avoid being responsible. So she's basically wanting authority to take over. She wants someone to take over to avoid responsibility. So to me, I'm just getting that she's already in a position where authority has taken over. And it could also mean that she wants somebody to swoop in and rescue her, where she doesn't really have to do anything or be responsible. Let me see what the next card is. King of Staves, and that's reversed. So since it's reversed, let me just see. That reverse meaning is... Okay, so the actual meaning of the card is dynamic, stable enthusiasm, mastery over business ventures, and the ability to bring ideas to fruition. But again, it was reversed. So the meaning of the reversed is wanting to harness these things. This person wants, so she wants, you know, to be happy and to have business ventures and to have her ideas be made true. But she's unable to do so. And there are people, it says someone seems supportive, but when push comes to shove, that person didn't do what they were supposed to. And we know who that was. So, and basically that's just her being in a dark place. It sounds like from this, looks like knows that, you know, she's not, it's a hopeless situation. So she went from being hopeful to hopeless. And the last card is the Three of Cups, which is also reversed. Three of Cups typically represents union and like a happy union. Could be a marriage, it could be friendships or sisterhood. But the reverse meaning is basically not doing the work. Too much of not doing of not doing the work, not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Caught up in overindulgence, meaning doing things that are not serving your path, your goals, the things that where, you know. So it said that she's disillusioned where she is, but this card also says that she didn't do what she was supposed to do to get herself there. So this is definitely a start to a whole reading because it's definitely not finished. I'll just say that. It wasn't meant to be 4 cards is what I'm getting told. So I'm going to just make a record of the 4 cards. I'll finish the reading and put it on camera. And I think we need to know about Sylvester and what's going on with him in jail too. So we'll add that to it. All right, y'all. So listen, like I said, I'm going to come back this weekend. I'm thinking Saturday because that's the day I have, you know, more freedom to do so. And then I'll go more in depth on the judge's orders for the denial of those motions from the defense and, you know, why the prosecution is winning. And we're going to hear why the judge is taking the prosecution's side because that's basically what's been going on. That can't be denied. Those are facts. The judges in these cases have been going with the prosecution. Okay, for the most part. I haven't seen him get anything good out of this. Matter of fact, he's been busted breaking rules right? With the help of defense counsel, getting letters smuggled in with jail workers, letting him use a cell phone to make calls that aren't being recorded, that aren't being documented. Why does he need to go around this if he's so innocent? Why does he need to hide his phone calls if he's so innocent? Diva says, snap out of it, Joy. Yeah. She does need to find her purpose. I think that, she's still very young and she's obviously in a horrible situation. I mean, I see her as being very unsafe, to be honest. Very uneasy. When I have thoughts of her, they're always dark. And, I really hope she does, quote unquote, snap out of it, like Diva said. I pray for her. I really do. Diva said he's been doing criminal activities. Yeah. I agree. Hi, D, the engaged one. I want to wish you guys, speaking of which, happy Valentine's Day also. That's tomorrow, the 14th. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, whether it's, you're in a marriage or relationship with another, or a relationship with yourself. Self-love is very important. Let's not forget. And even if you are in a relationship and or a marriage, you should always still have that relationship with self. You never want to lose yourself when it comes to being in a relationship. You want to honor yourself. You want to honor your own soul, with love and reverence. Make sure you're connecting every day. Take those deep breaths. Like I said, mindful breathing meditation on my channel. I have the first one that I posted is love. Start there. And we'll be all right. All right. So I think what I'll do, like I said, is I'll end this here. We'll come back in a couple of days and we'll finish this chat about, Rico. I was going to talk about Jussie Smollett also. He was re-indicted in Chicago and for lying to the police and such, what the charges were. So they re-indicted him. Those two brothers that were in this thing with him, it has come out that they're eating out of a free pantry, like something for homeless people. Like they're really doing bad, is what the article that I read said. And, like I said earlier, everything in the dark comes to light. I don't know what's going on with this thing, but I feel like everybody involved knows that they was probably wrong in some sort of way in this situation. I don't really believe that there was the act that was that he said happened. I don't know if that was all something that he didn't know about. I think there was involvement on his part at some point. And Lee Daniels too. I did a whole video about this months ago when it first was going on. So we'll talk about that. I have stuff printed out I was going to read, but man, an hour and a half, y'all. So Romeo, welcome. You said for real this time, LOL. I don't know what that's referring to, but yeah, happy Valentine's Day, you guys. Again, if you haven't liked this live, please go ahead and like on your way out. Hi, Tisha Simone, or Tisha, excuse me, Simone. Hello. And good night, because I'm out of here. But I'm coming back Saturday. I'll do another post to note so you can set the reminder. And I will be posting on my Twitter and my Instagram, specifically the story. So follow me there if you aren't doing so. The information is in my descriptions. And you can go to my About page for my email and stuff. I think that's also in the descriptions. But you can get all my information in my About section for if you want to donate to the Warrior Fund. Please go ahead and get the information there. Appreciate everybody who has done so far. Shout out to y'all. Catch the replay if you missed the beginning or any of this. Silver at 70, welcome. I haven't seen some of y'all in a while. But listen, come back Saturday. We'll talk more, get into these facts of these cases, see what these judges are talking about, why they're agreeing with the prosecution at every turn. It's because the prosecution is winning. Yes, Rico Kelly is guilty. And I'll say allegedly, just because. But we know what's up, right? All right, y'all. Love you. Till next time.